Calcutta not played in a while. It seems like the game against CSK was, how long back was that? That was quite a few days. Because Lucknow
They've just played 4 games, haven't they?
Yeah, they're actually way back from everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's
everyone gets a break of about 4 or 5 days at some stage.
Yeah.
They've just had theirs early, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it 4 or 5 days ago?
They played on the 8th. Yeah. As well, and they're playing tomorrow, that's the 14th. So yeah, that's a nice 6-day break. Yeah. No wonder you saw someone from the squad playing golf in Mumbai today, yeah?
Did.
Yes, it's some time off, man. Everybody takes it. Gujarat's got some as well. All the teams get it a little bit, and I think in those times, people just kind of scoot off home, and it's important in this tournament to just get refreshed and come back. Lucknow hasn't had any such luck. They were like, but it was 20 minutes ago that they played their last game, and they're playing the next one now. How much of that is kind of Lucknow carrying? How much do you think that's affecting them? What was their last game? Was Delhi, right? So Delhi, which was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday,
That was literally 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was that loss.
And then a flight, then travel up to Kolkata.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the challenge. All teams, like what you say, all teams have a little break throughout the tournament, but they all will rest assured that they'll have a little sequence of game on, travel, game on, travel. Yeah. So it's all part of the management. They look like they've been a happy unit. They'll be disappointed to go down to Delhi in the fashion that they did.
Yeah.
But it's probably good for them to have a game straight away, so they don't stop and dwell on it and go up there. Whereas KKR have had, as we've said, 5 or 6 days to think about their first loss. That happened down there at Chennai.
You don't want that.
They shouldn't feel too ashamed of going to Chennai and losing. There's been a few before them that's happened.
It's a big club.
You are not the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big club there. And the points table, let's have a look where they are. The Knight Riders again near the top because they have won 3 and lost 1. Lucknow right behind them. So they're both in that 6-point muddle, so I like to call it. And one of them can steer clear of it tomorrow. Remember, if Calcutta can do it, they will be at 8 with a game in hand from the team above them, 2 teams below them. So it's going to be, they would want to get this win and also try to pull away. And Lucknow would not like them to do that. So with Lucknow, I think we don't have any news. Of course, Mayank Yadav, we're missing Mayank Yadav. I think that's going to be fast bowler. Well, yeah, going to be out for a while.
Side strains are normally, I think the good thing was he felt it without really pulling it, so maybe went off early enough to not do it completely. If he's done it completely, I think he's out for the tournament.
Oh, Lord.
Side strains are just so difficult to come back from in 3 to 4 weeks. If it was just a little tightness, a little soreness, and he can manage it over the next 2, 3, 4 days, he might have been out for 7 or 8 days, 10 days, if he can manage it. But if it's gone, if it's torn, you're not coming back this tournament, I don't think.
That's bad news. Let's have a look at their team and see if they'd make any changes in their squad tomorrow. There you go. They look pretty decent. They look pretty solid. Anything, something, anything?
Patakal, maybe
a look at Shamar Joseph?
Who's he come in for?
Naveen?
Yeah.
Naveen's been good.
He's the only foreign bowler, so that's why I took his name. Not saying he's been bad.
No,
he's the only one he can come in for.
He's been decent for them, really. Look, DDP's struggled, really struggled badly. 25 runs in 5 innings.
Yeah.
Now
that's a fair crack. 5 games.
Yeah, 5 games is a fair crack. But I also look at him and I think he's had 2 400-run seasons in this tournament.
Yeah.
He's played 63 games. He averages 25, batting in the top 3, and strikes at less than 130, I think, in his career. So it's a good sample size.
Yeah.
He hasn't really kicked on. Can they bring another Indian batter in? Is Stoinis doing enough? Can they bring another overseas bowler in and 2 Indian batters in? Priyank Mankad maybe could come in. He's more than useful. His numbers, actually, he hasn't played a lot of IPL games, but his numbers are decent. Are they getting enough out of Stoinis? Can they try Mayers?
Interesting. So, they have 1 or 2 things that they'd be concerned about, but they got runs out of Ayush Badoni down at the end the other day, and also from Arshad. So, they've got to figure that top out. So we'll know that tomorrow. If we look at the go jump straight into the Kolkata team. It's looking well-oiled, Gilly. It's a good squad.
There's one bit that's a bit squeaky.
Yeah.
It needs a little bit more oil
All right.
applied to it, and he's world class, and that's why he was top billing when the auction came about. But Mitchell Starc, just the 2 wickets, 3 other games wicketless.
Yeah.
Both those wickets were Australians, I think. So he's keeping
Yeah,
it in the
not
family, so to speak. But that's the glaring.
They are not dropping him.
I wouldn't think so. We were just talking about sample size or opportunity. 5 games seems to be the number where
Yeah.
most teams and most commentators feel that's enough to
He's
look
had
at.
4.
So he's had 4.
And out of them, one
Not
was in
performing
Chennai
one.
on a pitch that was not helpful
Yeah.
for quicks.
Yeah, I know. He's
And it's helpful when you're winning
Yeah,
as well. I mean,
it
they only
buys you
drop
more time,
one.
doesn't
It
it?
buys you a bit more time when you're winning as well. So, if they were to win again with him not having a great game, he'd keep going
Yeah.
because he can win you a game. But he's going to have to start producing the goods at some stage
Yeah,
for them to be genuine title contenders.
Yeah.
I think they need him to start
Correct.
getting to grips with it fairly, quick, sooner rather than later.
So their most expensive buy, and their captain as well. They'd want their captain to check in and do a lot more. But if they're up there near the top without the captain and the most expensive player, then we're like good because they've got the class and pedigree to check in at some point in time. Player to watch out for from each team. Let's start with Lucknow.
Lucknow, well, I'll go DDP because he needs runs. If he doesn't get runs tomorrow, I think he's in danger of being left out of the
I
side.
thought you were dropping him for tomorrow.
Well, I'm just saying,
You're picking
I'll
Right.
go with him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get runs tomorrow, he's gone. He's, I'm taking away his privileges and his little pass to get in the ground.
Okay,
He
great.
can stay back at the hotel.
They've done Padikkal.
taking away his pass.
Oh, yeah, his pass is gone. Yeah, don't even need to get on the bus, mate.
Yeah, I thought the pick of the team or the pick your player to watch out for is actually encouraging. He's just put more pressure on him.
Throw him in jail. Like Warning suggestion.
Reminds me of the Eddie Izzard skit, Cake or Death. Cake or Death. I've got to show you guys that, Cake or Death. Watch it after the show.
I'm keeping an eye on KL Rahul. All the discussion about this strike rate that goes on. Last match, he was well ahead of the game in strike rate, and I want to see him just build on that confidence and take a really commanding role in this team.
Excellent. I'm picking Nicholas Puran because his duck of 1 ball is done now. So, yes, big score coming. That's it. That's all. You're getting the 1 duck from him. That's it. 1 solitary, lonely duck walking to the pond. From the Knight Riders.
Well, this tournament's throwing up star after star that we haven't seen a lot of, and Angrish Raghuvanshi is another one of those. I think is a terrifically talented young player. So,
Nice. Raghuvanshi for you.
Yeah, I think you just touched on it. The captain
Okay.
needs to make a statement.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he'll, just a chance for him back at home. The home crowd there at Eden Gardens hasn't had cricket there for a little while now, given that it's been a while since their last game. That was in Chennai. So the atmosphere there, get out there in front of that home crowd and really lead from the front.
Excellent. Well, Gilly, as usual, being really sweet. So I'm going to go salt.